Mr. Johnson's story. In a small city near the hills lived an average man in his early 60s named Mr. Johnson. Though he was well known for his wealth and fame, he never allowed either to change his humble nature. He was a good man, blessed with a loving wife, Lisa, and their children. Together, they lived a happy life. But one fateful day, tragedy struck. Mr. Johnson lost both his wife and children, leaving him alone in his vast mansion. For many years, he mourned their passing, his heart heavy with grief. Friends and neighbors often advised him to remarry, but he always dismissed their words. "There can never be two Lisas," he would say. "I loved her deeply. I cannot imagine breaking the vow I made to my wife. Even in death, she still has a place in my heart." Instead of seeking another partner, Johnson found comfort in the simple companionship of Whiskey, his little dog. Everywhere he went, Whiskey followed. The faithful dog became his closest friend, filling the silence of the mansion with warmth and giving Johnson a reason to keep moving forward despite the emptiness in his soul. Years passed, and Mr. Johnson grew older. His once black hair had turned completely gray, and his steps had slowed, but Whiskey remained faithfully by his side. Together, they walked the narrow streets of the city near the hills. People who saw him often whispered among themselves, "There goes Mr. Johnson, the rich man who gave his heart to love and never took it back." Though lonely, Johnson carried himself with dignity. His dog gave him comfort, yet at night, when silence filled the mansion, he would sit by the fireplace and look at Lisa's portrait, tears silently wetting his cheeks. One evening, during one of his usual walks with Whiskey, Johnson saw a little boy crying by the roadside. The child, no older than 7, wore torn clothes and no shoes. Johnson bent down gently and asked, "Why are you crying, my boy?" The child sniffled, "I'm hungry, and I have no home. My parents are gone." Johnson felt a deep ache in his chest. He remembered his own pain, the emptiness he had carried for so long. Without hesitation, he took the boy's hand. "Come with me. You're not alone anymore." That day marked a new chapter. Johnson adopted the boy, named him Samuel, and raised him with love and kindness. Whiskey, too, grew fond of Samuel, becoming his playful guardian. Slowly, the mansion that once echoed with silence began to echo with laughter again. Johnson taught Samuel about honesty, hard work, and compassion. Samuel, in turn, gave Johnson a reason to smile, filling the gap that grief had left in his heart. Years later, as Johnson sat in his garden with Whiskey at his feet and Samuel, now a grown man, by his side, he whispered softly, "Lisa, my love, I kept my vow. But God, in his mercy, sent me another family. I was broken, but now I am whole."